Hi everyone, in this video we're going to look at how we download vector graphics from the Freepik website. So the first thing you need to do is navigate to the freepik.com website. It's a free to use website and you usually have the option up in the top corner to log in, and if you log in with your Google Classroom ID, your @lab@highschool.co.uk ID, that will sign you straight in and it will give you a greater number of downloads each day. So when you get to the site, what you can do is you can search for different types of vector graphics. So I'm just going to type in here and select space because I'm going to use that as a theme for a little project that I'm working on. And when I find something that I'm looking for, I can click on it and it'll open up the file separately. Now you've got to be careful that some of them have a little premium option. You can't download those ones because they obviously cost a fee. There's other ones sometimes along the top as well that come from different sites, so just be careful not to select one of these. Now I've already been in a little bit earlier and identified this as the graphic that I want to use. So once I click on it, it opens a separate window and it will give me the option to download it. So when I select download, it will give me the option for free downloads, and then it will bring up a window of where you want to download it. Now you see I've already done this, but I'm going to click download and it's going to download a zip file that we're going to need to extract later on. You hit save. It will start to download and I can go into my downloads folder. I can see that I've got the little one with the zip on it, and when I double click into it, it should give me the option along the top to extract those files. So I click on the option at the top, I'll choose extract all, and then it'll ask me where I want to extract it, and in this case it will just put it into the same downloads folder. You'll want to change this by going to browse to put it into your own home folder. So I'll just go into my home folder, which will be over here in school, and then my graphics folder, and I'll select that folder and that's where it's going to download to. And when I hit extract, nothing will change in this folder, but now if I go to documents and go into school and go into that S3 graphics folder, what you can see is I've got some files in here that I can use, and it's that EPS file that we're going to use. Now we're not going to open it from here, we're going to go into Draw Plus and we're going to click on here. I've got some files open already that I'll just drop down for the time being, and I'm going to go up to File and where it says Open, and then I'm going to click on that EPS. Now you can see there's a JPEG option as well, but it's the EPS, that's the vector file, it's an encapsulated PostScript file. So I'll click Open and you'll see that it brings up that graphic. Now when you've opened the graphic and you click on it, there'll be a limited number of things we can do because it will usually be grouped as one big object. If we scroll down a little bit, you can see it's got a little jigsaw piece. So we're going to unclick that, and again when I click on it, you'll see that some of these parts are now movable, other parts stay fixed. So I'm just going to undo that by doing Ctrl Z. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click on the graphic and I'm going to select uncrop. And you'll see now that lots of the parts of this have got blue outlines. That now means that they've turned into the shapes that we can edit. So if we drag this across here, you'll see that all these different parts I can now move individually. I can also use my node tool to change and edit those parts. So if I was to take the little rocket, you can see it's broken it down into little shapes. I can move the different shapes and remove them. So if I didn't want the blue and the white circle, what I could do is I could also select the rocket itself and I could start going up to my sliders up in the top corner and I could change the colour. So if I wanted an entirely green rocket or I wanted it to be blue, white, whatever, I can start to edit those and delete and manipulate that graphic. And then if I want that on its own, I can just click up here, drag a box around it, and what I'm able to do is I can use the group option down here, and that now means that I've got a separate little item that I could import and use separately. Now to go back to the main graphic, you'll see that over here lots of these still have the option to uncrop, and if I wanted to try and access, for example, the planets here, each time I click nothing's happening, it's just highlighting that big shape. So what I have to do is I have to go through a process of uncropping them and potentially moving parts out of the way, or just using delete to remove them. So if I click again, I have to uncrop again, and you see this time that little astronaut's appeared, but it's not grouped as one shape because the little face and hair doesn't go with it. But if I didn't need that, I can just delete it, click again, uncrop, delete that one, click again, uncrop, and you can see this time the little face and the other rocket has been selected, but I don't need them, so I'm going to delete them off so I can get through to these planets. I'm going to click one more time and uncrop and delete, click again, uncrop. This time I've managed to get the stars. I'm going to move them out to the side because I actually might use them for part of a project. I'll click again, uncrop, and this time I've been able to get Earth, which might be useful. I'll click again, I'll uncrop, and now I've managed to reach to get those planets. In order to get them though, what I'm going to have to do is zoom in, and you'll see that all of the individual ones, all the individual pieces are now different shapes. But if I was to select each one of them, I could potentially group them together and start to edit the colours.